can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power is turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. Say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home. But there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe. Yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song.
Another Tuesday evening, and we are live on Joy 99.7 FM. Welcome to Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. It's really been a while. In fact, we are in a new month, so it's fine for me to say Happy New Month. Because of the World Cup, we went on a short break, but it's good to know that we are back here to continue with our conversations about technology. Tonight, we are going to be talking about fiber broadband and getting started with it, or if you're already using it, how you can maximize what you already have in terms of different packages and what you can have with that. I'm going to be having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, the content creator for interesting digital trends. And you can join us on the WhatsApp number 055 1111997, 055 1111 997. But before we get into our conversation for tonight, we would like to share with you what has been happening in the tech space in the past week. So take a listen to the emerging tech trends. We will be back after that.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denicia Poma Eje. In our headlines, WhatsApp introduces usernames. Also, YouTube Shorts gets TikTok-inspired upgrades. And X expands creator payouts for live video. Finally, Bentley teases its first electric car. Let's settle for the details now. WhatsApp is rolling out usernames, allowing people to chat without sharing their phone numbers. Now, the feature adds an extra layer of privacy and makes it easier to connect with others securely. YouTube is adding new editing tools to Shorts, including improved video editing, beat syncing, AI-powered stickers, and collaborative features as it continues to compete with TikTok. X is introducing new payouts for creators who live stream on the platform, rewarding engagement and encouraging more users to create live video content as it pushes to compete with Twitch and YouTube. Finally, Bentley has unveiled a teaser for the Toco, its first fully electric vehicle. The luxury EV is expected to debut next year as part of Bentley's plan to transition to an all-electric lineup. And that's it for this week's episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denicia Poma Eje. I will catch you same time next week.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Tonight, we are going to be having a conversation about different tips that you can learn if you're already using fiber broadband. And if you're not, it is more or less a conversation to entice you to start using it, because there's so many things that we do online now. It could be e-learning, it could be meetings, it could be virtual calls.
Watching the World Cup.
World Cup, that is so true. Sometimes even watching World Cup, Netflix and chill. So many things that we use the internet for, and it will be good if you have infrastructure that supports this or device that supports this. So we'll be having a conversation about fiber broadband, and I have with me Samuel Boateng. You've already heard his voice, and I've introduced him already. So Samuel, you are welcome.
Thank you. It's always awesome to be here.
Yes. I mean, before we talk about technology, let's talk a bit about World Cup. For some weeks now, we've
Trending
not really,
topic.
trending topic,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's so surprising how quickly the ending is coming.
You know, right?
In just 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Wow, felt like it's going to last for like
When,
So
I mean,
quick.
the whole euphoria when it started,
Yeah.
everybody
We came home
excited.
quickly. Yeah,
I think the conversation I had here about World Cup was with Daniel Cranting, and we spoke about how tech was even going to be used and all that, and we've seen how that has really
yeah.
played out so far.
Yeah.
But I just have a little disappointment in the fact that Ghana is out, and
Oh yes.
most of the African countries
Yes. They are
as
cheating
well.
African countries in a lot of ways.
You say they are cheating.
Oh
us,
yeah, yeah. You can see some of the fouls they are taking for them. It doesn't even make sense, but how well.
Some people say that it's because we will not have a lot of supporters if we move forward, like supporters who will pay and go to the stadium.
Does that matter?
It doesn't matter,
No.
actually.
Well,
Shouldn't matter.
if the whole concept of World Cup it's not supposed to be business oriented,
Yeah.
but it has been turned to that. Because
Unfortunately.
how can the president go and say we should reverse a red card, all those things
Yes,
happening?
the Trump one,
It's
I saw
because
that
of the
too.
business aspect of it. It's turning to become a business. So everybody's trying to focus on how to tell the story to make it more interesting. Why should Argentina play in the finals? Because if they play, more people will be excited to watch. So Egypt versus Argentina becomes a tough decision to make. Even when there's a foul, nobody wants to give the foul. If when it's not a goal, they say it's a goal. So all those things are happening because of how best to sell tickets. Instead of just bringing the world together, let's have fun, let's show who has the more skill and all that.
Yeah.
So if you're an African country, you don't play fully well so that you have a very big distinction between your opponents, it means you're in trouble.
That's true. Anyway, please to say something, please. You
They
can
say
say
Africa
that
doesn't
into the
have
mic.
more skills. The whole of France team is made up of Africans.
You know, right?
Yeah, they're all black. I'm
I
like,
saw a
when did that
picture
France
today.
become black?
I saw a picture today. Canada, 1985 or so, and then Canada today, and you could see from the pictures all white
It's
in
wild.
the 85, and
It's
then
wild.
2025 is all blacks now.
I
So
don't want
I
to make
mean,
certain comments, so I'll reserve my thoughts on that.
yeah. But in other news, the tech news that we just, aired, it would be good to just talk about it and what WhatsApp is doing for privacy, just to make our listeners aware.
Yeah.
The fact that there will be usernames now. So can you just touch on that a
For
bit?
me, I feel like Meta likes experimenting way too much.
Oh, you think it's too much?
Yeah, way too much. What are they doing
But they
now?
have the data, they have the people, they
So
have the information.
We are the lab rats. at
Of
this
course.
point. Just use that for experiment. It could be exciting. They claim it's a security, privacy kind of
Yeah.
feature, but I don't know how best that thing can play out. Looking at the way you can easily search someone on Instagram, people would randomly be searching for people and messaging them anyhow. It makes it very easy. Instead of saving phone numbers in order to get someone, you just search the person's ID account and then get to the person. I mean, I can randomly search a menu or something and just start chatting people anyhow randomly instead of struggling to save numbers. Because if you search the profile picture or something would have to show in the end for you to be able to tap the person to conversate with. So in the end, it's like you're exposing them back to how Instagram is. Yeah, WhatsApp is changing, man.
But I mean, Instagram, Facebook, it's all part of their services that they are offering. So
But
in
why
a
do
way
you
they are
think
trying
people
to-
stay on WhatsApp to conversate?
I thought it was more personal.
Good, because of the phone number
Phone
exchange.
numbers, exactly.
It kind of brings a bit of distance and regional division small.
Yeah.
So that before you decide to bring someone from foreign to your WhatsApp, it feels a bit different. You have to get a person's phone number. But now if I search at Real Mysterio or something, I can get somebody in Mexico or someone I easily chat with.
Yeah.
But it broadens that, but it takes away the... there's something with unique close-up, like having brackets around certain things.
Yeah.
Even though you could go externally, but having that limitation in the beginning kind of gives it a bit of
That's
joy when
true.
you're using it.
That's true. I mean, for someone who is listening, it would be good for us to just touch on the actual feature that they are looking at, deploying, and the fact that it will no longer be about the numbers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But then it will be the use of usernames.
Yeah.
So instead of having someone's number, now you'll be seeing the person's username instead. Like that's what they are looking at.
Yeah.
Having deployed for people or updated on WhatsApp for people to now have access to. So, like you're saying, it's experiment. So they'll see which one works. And but this one, they're already going ahead with it. But we just have to be ready for how we'll use it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, coming to today's conversation, maybe for you listening in, you've heard us talk about fiber broadband in past conversations. Tonight we want to talk about the various plans that are available. Maybe you've thought about it based on our conversations in the past. You've checked your devices, you've seen there's a need for it, but you want to know more details, then you can make a decision. That is what our conversation will be about. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead also and send that through on the WhatsApp number 055 997 055 11 997. So coming to you now, Samuel. I mean, for someone who has maybe listened to our conversations in the past, we've made it very clear that, I mean, if you want to have good connection, good internet speed, download, upload speed, we've spoken about all these, having the fiber broadband is the choice or the best way to go, rather than just your mobile data that you use, right? So now, can we just speak to someone if they want to sign up for the fiber broadband service? What is the process? Let's talk about that.
So I think you have multiple options in order to get access to that.
Yeah.
The easiest one is to just go on the website. So let me just make it simple. Just Google MTN Fiber.
Yes.
And then it will take you to shop. Let's do it one by one.
Yes.
So that you can.
We can indicate the actual site of it. You can visit shop.mtn.com.gh.
Exactly. So with that, you'll be able to identify which area you are in first. So it will ask you to log in at a point. So you just enter your phone number, and just as the way you log into the MTN app, it will send you a code. You enter that code, and then it will try to locate where you are to be able to tell if the location is having the fiber available. Also, you should know that you shouldn't search in your friend's house and then go home thinking that you could get access to the fiber. So you should get to the location where you actually need to access it. So if you are home, then you do the search.
All right. Just before you continue, I mean, there are quite a number of different services available, but we are specifically talking about the MTN fiber broadband because, I mean, here in Ghana, they are the best option that people can have. So you spoke about the fact that people have to check and all that. So let's continue with that.
So be at the location you are. Allow your browser to get access to your location. So it will pop up allow, then you just allow it because of privacy. Sometimes those things are limited. So don't see it and block it. It will not be able to get to your location. So if you allow the location for your browser to get access to it, the website will now search where you are, identify the position, and tell you if you have access to it or not. Immediately you realize you have access to it, it will take you to the buy page. If you don't have access to it, then it means that you have to
in your neighborhood or your area,
your home.
Whether you
So I would advise that maybe stand at your gate or you sit in your room to be able to search, because it has to use that particular area to identify where you are. You can't be in your car whilst you are driving to find a location, or be at your friend's house to do that. If that happens, that means that you find a location for wherever you were, or maybe if you like to, you can manually type the search into the search button and find the location where you are. Maybe you want to search from your office before you get home. You can actually type your home location if you can actually identify it. Then when it scans, it will be able to tell you whether it's available or not. Yes.
So that's the first thing that people can do. And I think it's important to sometimes, depending on the area, we know MTN everywhere you go, it's almost everywhere now, but it will also be good for you to just check to be sure that you can have it accessible wherever you are, and then you can do your check. So the site to visit, like I indicated, is shop.mtn.com.gh. shop.mtn.com.gh. Okay, so what information or documents are required? Like someone who wants to sign up, who wants to register, can we talk about the information and the documents required for them to be able to sign up?
So you don't need any special document. It's just having your personal details for them to be able to identify you.
In a business, something set up.
Yes, and find you. Unless maybe you are setting up some. But the most, I personally had to just open the website and just enter my name. So the first thing it asks is for your surname. And if you have any other name, you just put it there. Your gender, whether male or female. Your nationality, which is, Ghana. Residential address. So sometimes you might just If you can use the digital address, so both of them do ask for the digital address and then the residential address. If you want to find your digital address, you can easily go to Ghana Post. They have a website. You search where you are. You quickly enter that landmark. Anything that is very loud in your area that people can know of. So if you're staying near a school, a hospital, anything that you can easily identify, use that as the example for your landmark. If you have any other number, for example, you are sharing the fiber with someone else in the house that you feel like if you are not around, the person can be at home.
Exactly.
Or then you can get, if you're someone who also goes out a lot and your maid or your house, person who takes over your house is around, your caretaker is around, you can give your caretaker's number there. So in case they get there, because they need to sometimes access, not sometimes, they need to access your room to be able to place the router itself there.
Yes.
So you need to get someone at home anytime that they come around, and then you add your email so that they can also update you with how the process is going.
All right. Can we talk about how long this installation takes? I know that just a few weeks ago, they were going around doing some changes in devices and all that. But when it comes to the actual installation, if someone goes ahead to sign up with all the details that have been asked for, the location and all the details, how long does it usually take?
It takes a couple of weeks, depending on where you are. They immediately tell you the date after you're just done registering. They will allocate a date for you that they will come in between this time and that time, and then they actually call you to inform you that okay, we are coming, blah blah blah.
Day.
Yes, and the delivery guy, I call them delivery guys, the guys in the setup. Yes, they will call you before they come. So they tell you, okay, we are coming to you today at this time. We are setting up from here. We'll get to you, and then when immediately they get there, they actually call you before they actually get to the pool and start working. So you are
within a day.
Yes. The installation doesn't take that long. It takes just that same day. They can set up everything for you, connect to your room, and then you're done.
Okay. I know we mentioned the fact that people have to check and see if it's available in their neighborhood, but can we say for sure that in Ghana, fiber broadband is available for anyone who wants to have access to it?
So if I was going to mention Kaswa. So
what have Kaswa good at?
If you stay in Ghana, almost every area has access to it now, except maybe it's a very, very new area where you're in the forest somewhere, you just created your own road. That one is very difficult for us to get access to, for them to get access to you. But basically, wherever you are, most areas, even if it's not there yet, it's soon going to be there. So don't worry about it. Your location being a very, very secluded place or something like that. Sometimes you'll be surprised that the line is already in your area.
Yeah.
All you need to do, because once you're able to get connection to your phone and there's good network there and there are poles around, I'm sure that you can get access to the fiber. Just make a search.
Okay. Are we able to touch on the shortcode that people can use to check whether fiber broadband is available in their area before they apply? I know it's the same thing that we use. It's a 5057. But we'll just confirm that when people can usually use that to check if it's in their neighborhood, and then they can go ahead and apply based on what we have shared so far. So, I mean, the installation process we've spoken about, it's once approved, like within the 2 weeks, they come over, the engineers come over, and it's
set up for you.
They set it up for you. It doesn't go beyond a day.
No.
Okay.
I think mine, they even came a bit earlier. They called ahead of the time. I was surprised. I thought it was going to take so long, but they called ahead of time and came around. Doesn't take that.
Great. Let's talk about pricing. Do people have to pay for devices like this whole installation that we are talking about? Do people have to pay for the device? Do they have to pay for installation? What goes into it, so that at least for someone who is deciding to go ahead with this, since we are talking about the plans for fiber broadband, they are much aware of what they need to do?
So for the installation, it's basically free. The device they're going to connect to you comes from MTN. The wiring they are going to use, the climbing and whatever they are going to do in the home to get
it's
it
all
done.
From the service provider.
Yes, it's all covered in the package. So if you're able to buy a package, all you need to focus on is to be available at your home for them to set it up for you. You don't need to buy anything else. If personally in your own home you want to buy repeaters as you want to spread it all over the house, and you feel like maybe your house is so big, you're a king, you are living in a castle, you have a lot of rooms and it's widespread. Because I believe that the router can get almost everywhere, but if your house is that big, and you need repeaters, that's when you want to your own personal setup. But basically you can get access.
They provide everything. Okay, for someone listening in, when you say you want to do your own setup and need to get repeaters, can we touch more on it, what we mean by that, and what they need to get if they are really like kings and queens, like you're saying, and they live in big mansions?
So repeaters are basically, it's like you are spreading the Wi-Fi to other places in your room. Not that because it's empty and you have to buy. No. Any internet access you get that needs to spread further in your room, you need something to repeat it. So it's like you have the Wi-Fi here,
yes.
and then you connect a cable to it so that it can also spread further, because the router is in one position. So if you have a house that's big, you need something that can extend it to other positions. Then you move the router to those areas, and through cabling, you can spread the Wi-Fi at that position.
Yeah, and sometimes when you have it in a particular position, and because of maybe walls and things like that, so you can't really get a good connection. That's why the repeaters are needed in this case. Then you can have good access to it. So it will not be like it's a service provider, but it's because of probably where the device is. But once you have this, but if you want to use that one, you have to do your own setup yourself.
Yes. That's a personal decision, so you'd have to. But when they come, I think they would find the best position. So they will have a conversation with you, find out which area is best in your room for everyone to get access to it in the household. So,
yeah, that is usually done. And I mean, once you have access, we want to talk about the packages, because you touched on it a bit, depending on the package that you want. Can we talk about the different packages? And I think it would be good to make it practicable for our listeners, right? Depending on certain types of devices, and then what package you can look at getting, and then based on what is also offered. And we are talking about MTN also because of this whole unlimited package that now they have. So it will be good for us to also talk about it. Yeah, let's start with that.
If you're someone who uses a lot of internet, especially when you buy bundle and keep buying every day, meanwhile you work from home and stuff like that, that means that you need to get access to something that is like unlimited. And it's not that unlimited that is like, I know some unlimited that immediately you start browsing within 3 days, and the whole thing just chokes up, and it's like
very slow.
What's happening? I mean, you guys told me
internet, but nothing is happening.
I've had issues where people call the offices to ask them why was it? Not with MTN. Okay, so
I know one service provider. They are no more around, though, but I know one service provider like that.
They're like, it's unlimited, but immediately start using no.
Yeah.
This unlimited means that it's unlimited. The speed at which you're buying, you get to use that bandwidth. Then the rest of it is up to how much you want to consume within that particular month. Yeah. And I tell you, if you are using it, unless you want to get super greedy where you want to download everything, if you know you're going to be purchasing it continuously, you don't have to stress yourself, because you have access to. It's like having access to your own files, to the world now, and it's continuous.
That's true. And I want to touch a bit about the different, packages as in terms of pricing that they have available. So, like the unlimited that we are talking about, for instance, there's an option for 60-day plan, right? And with the 60 days, you have up to 80 megabits per second. That's the speed that you can have. And then that is just about 700 cedis, 680 something. Okay. So, if this is for 2 months, at least you know that every month you are spending about 350. It's not a bad idea.
It's better.
And it's unlimited, looking at the speed that you can have with that. And then they also have for the 30-day plan, that one too is around 340 cedis, but then that one you have up to 40 megabits per second. So that one too, at least you have some good quality speed. And interestingly, yesterday I just tried a test at home. This was even with Turbonet, not the fiber broadband. And then when I checked my upload and download speed, it was within a range of like 20 megabits per second. So I told myself, then this unlimited package is good,
makes sense.
because
way sense.
Exactly.
It's like experience it to understand. That's how it feels like, because it's when you are using your phone and you are connected to a lot of devices, and it starts that buffering and all these issues, and your phone overheating, and you are spoiling your phone gradually. It's when you switch to the other side, you realize the difference.
Overheating thing.
Yes. You can actually spoil your device. When you switch to the other side, that's when you realize the difference between the limitations you had when you were working compared to having the fiber on the other side. Yeah.
It's so important. I know sometimes we don't really pay attention to it, but it's good if you have a dedicated, internet service provider compared to using your mobile data and doing a lot of hotspotting, because like that overheating you spoke about, it really runs when you are hotspotting. From your phone.
And you have multiple devices in the house. There was a time I had to connect my TV, my laptop,
to your phone, your mobile data.
All to my phone, and the heat that was coming out, I had to go and put my phone in the fridge. I had to put the phone in the fridge. Please don't follow what I'm saying. I knew what I was doing.
Try this at home.
I had to cool it down in the fridge before I could continue using it. Especially with the AirPlay. I wanted to quickly share my laptop to the screen, a whole lot of stuff. And it was overheating. So it wasn't safe in the first place. So it's actually destroyed devices. So having a fiber at home with a dedicated router for these things, it helps you to transfer your data. Also, let me mention this. if you have a repeater and you're experiencing any slowness in your house, don't blame MTN. Some repeaters, if you don't buy the quality ones, the speed at which the router is running may be limited by the repeater. You understand? So always get a repeater that can match the speed. So if you buy 150 megabits or any 200, the 500 megabits, for instance, the highest bundle for the home, you buy that one and you have a router that only transfers 200 megabits, you'll be confused because your child will be complaining that my room, the internet is not breaking, a whole lot of stuff because of the limitation from the repeater. So any device you connect to it can also limit the speed that it is running. So you should be aware of that.
That's true. And I mean, based on the packages, I just want to touch on some of the differences that we have. So even based on what I shared earlier, it could be because of the speed.
Yes.
So depending on the speed, you have how much you pay for it. And then even though all of them are unlimited, the number of days also determines the price that you pay for it. Because the 60 days, there's one that is there up to 80 megabits per second for the 681 CDs. And then we also have 30 days, and that one is 987. But with that, it comes to up to 120 megabits per second. So you can see that the speed there is playing a major role. If you're someone who is really a heavy user, and not just that, but the things that you do, like people gaming and then a lot of movies, content and all that, then it means something like that will help you. And it's interesting, especially those who have kids who are almost often doing things on the internet. Something like this is a good idea.
You can connect up to 64 devices at the same time.
Yes.
Which means that if you have a big family, you are safe.
You are good to go with that. Okay, so now based on...
Wait, before I go on.
Sure.
Let's clarify this. Those listening should know the difference between the megabytes and megabits.
Yes.
So you don't open a website and see 300 megabits per second. You're like, why are you charging me 300? 444 CDs for 300 megabytes. It doesn't make sense. The megabit is the speed, the bandwidth. We spoke about this the last time. The room at which the internet, the speed runs. So if you have more room, then it's unlimited. So no matter how much of the bundles you choose, if you pick any of them, you have the unlimited access. So it's not megabytes, it's megabits.
Yes, megabits. So for someone listening in, and based on the packages that we have shared, some will last more than the others in terms of the number of days, right? And then we've spoken about the speed. What should make someone decide which of the packages is right for them based on what we're sharing?
Well, we are in an economist moment where people want to save money. I think, first of all, you should consider how much you have and how much you want to spend on your internet. Then you should consider what you do. So what kind of devices do you have in your house? What's the return on investment when you make such a purchase? That's when you stretch yourself and all this. And number of people in the household. So if your household is going to suffer because you bought something that is like on the lower side, there are 3 packages, right? If you buy on the lower side and it's going to suffer, then it means that what you bought is not actually going to give you any relevance in the household. It's like you just wasted money. So depending on the number of devices you have in the house, you have TV, maybe 2 kids, and if you're streaming a lot, that means you must get something either in the average or the super, the biggest. If you are also if you are by yourself, you send emails, just basic things, you watch a bit of TikTok here and there, and there are no like number of people in your house. You can just have the first basic one if your price fits within your budget. Like that. But if you can afford more, you should, because in the end, when you're watching on Netflix on your TV, it will not be changing colors or changing the resolution as you are watching. So you get the best one for yourself. But as I said, you're trying to save money, so you look for the nearest one to how much devices you have and what you want to spend it on.
Yes, that's true. I think we didn't mention this. It just came to mind as we're talking about the different things people have to look at before they go ahead and purchase a package. When you pay for the installation fees that comes, right, it covers your data. So like you said, the device is literally free. So it's the initial bundle that is given to you.
That you're getting,
So that's what comes with whatever you pay. I think we didn't touch on that, so it's good for people to know. If you are starting with the fiber broadband, whatever you pay initially is your data that is given to you.
It's not like you pay then you go and pay again. No.
Exactly.
What you pay is what
then
you get.
As and when you use it, you can be topping up. So if
it doesn't, you don't really top up. The 30 days riches, you are done.
Okay, so like what we have right now is not really. So the 30 days is for the unlimited.
Yes.
So what we have right now is not for 30 days per se.
Okay.
So it's as and when it finishes, then I top up.
Okay.
So it depends on the package.
Okay. Yeah.
But for the unlimited, it is number of days specific. So if it's 30 days, once it's up, then
If you stop,
exactly
then you go to
you have to buy another
I
one.
would advise everyone to go for that.
The unlimited.
Yeah.
But I think that's why we're having this conversation.
Okay.
It depends on what you use the data for, right?
Okay.
Because for me, working remotely is mainly emails and sometimes once in a while Netflix. Exactly. So if I decide to go for the unlimited, maybe a particular period when I know that this particular month I know I'm going to consume a lot, then I can go ahead and subscribe to that for that period. But it all depends on what you are using your data for. Then you can make a decision on that. We have some messages from you. You can join the conversation on the WhatsApp number 055 1111 997 055 1111 997, talking about fiber broadband, sharing with you different tips and the packages and plans so that you know what decision to make when it comes to you purchasing it. I have this message from Dr. Frederick. It says fiber broadband is a network right now. How much is it, please? Okay, so this is what he's asking. How much is it? So this is from Dr. Frederick, and then there's also another message. Hello, good evening, please. Is it free or not? Okay, this is what someone is asking. So Muhammad, I think we can touch on Muhammad's question, asking whether it's free. We touched on it just briefly, but you can talk about it. The installation, what goes
the
into when
setup
the person
is
gets
free.
it. Yeah.
When they come to your home to put the device, so they give you a router, connect it through a cable to the main source on the pole. So all that they are going to do in that process is basically free. It is the bandwidth that you buy to have access through that the router. Let me call it modem so that people can get
Yes.
when you have access to the modem, that's what you pay for. It's like going to an MTN shop and buying a modem, and they're like, oh, the device you're buying is free. You can get the device and go, but without the bundle on it won't work. So that's why you pay. So the payment you're paying is not for the device itself. You're only paying for the bundle that you're going to get access to.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. They will confirm how much. I know initially it was around 300 CDs.
Yes.
Then they'll come and set up for you, and then you have data with that 300 CDs package. But we'll just confirm if it's still the same thing. But then the different prices from what Dr. Frederick is asking, that's what I was sharing earlier. So now there is a package where you can have unlimited internet access. Unlimited means you can just keep browsing. It's only limited to a number of days, so it depends on which one you purchase. Then the number of days will determine how much. And with that, I'll just run through it briefly. So Aquaba main, that one is 681. And with that, you have 60 days of using the unlimited data. The speed of that is up to 80 megabits per second. And then there's the Aquaba Mini. With that one is 340 CDs for 30 days. It's also unlimited, so you can just keep browsing. It's not like at any point in time it's going to stop you or it's going to finish. For 30 days, it's up to 40 megabits per second. And then finally, there is the Aquaba Ultra, where that is 987 CDs, and that is for 30 days also. So for 30 days unlimited. That one very high speed, up to 120 megabits per second. So if you know you really consume a lot, that is what you have.
On the website too, they have 3 packages for home. 444 cities for 300 megabits per second. I think they are running a promo for this week. I think it's a month or so.
So this one doesn't have any number of days attached?
30 days.
Okay, 30 days, sure.
You pay 290 now, you get 100 megabits, free installation. 999, that's 500 megabits. That one is like you're having a party in your house.
So can you just start? So this one is free installation. So for the person who was asking how much for the installation.
You pay 999 for 500 megabits per second for 30 days. Full unlimited access. They come and do the installation for you for free.
Yeah.
You pay the same amount for 299. You pay 299 CDs and you get the same device. It doesn't change the device.
So that was the 300.
Yes. So the same hardware that will come and set up and everything.
Yeah.
And then they open a bandwidth for you to 100 megabits per second. Then
Unlimited.
Unlimited. then so you realize that if they were really charging you for the device, the installation would have affected the prices. So why would they charge you $299 for the same device that you give to someone who's paying $999? Meaning that the device itself is actually free. It's just the bandwidth. So
the bandwidth and
the 444 Ghana cedis is 300 megabits per second free installation.
Yeah. 2 of them.
Yes.
From where? Or 3 of them?
There's 3 packages.
3. Okay.
There's 444 300 megabits per second. 299 100 megabits per second, 999 500 megabits per second.
Okay, and this is a promo like you mentioned.
Yes, on the website. If you
30 days.
open the site directly, you see that for home and for business. So for the home, that's the options you have.
And it's something that you can really consider, because for me, I use MTN fiber broadband, and it's really a lifesaver, especially when it comes to virtual calls.
Yeah.
You can't be on any of these calls and then, at some point it's like you're frozen and what are you saying? We can't really hear
Imagine
you.
being on an important call, let's say you're interviewing or something, in the middle of your conversation, and that phone you're using for the hotspot starts ringing because your mom wants to check on you.
That is all.
You are done with the interview. You are like, should you get angry at the love your mom is giving you? Interview over.
Seriously, and talking about that, some of these exams that we even write over the internet,
yeah,
it's like you have to be on, and then the camera has to be on you. You dare not go off. I mean, you don't want to be using your mobile data and someone calls you. Then that's true. That is really the downside of using mobile data.
Yeah.
Anytime someone calls in, you have your internet buffering, so it's not something that people want to have to. Okay, we have another message. This is from John Boa. He says the pole is 1,000 meters from my house. Can I get connected?
Wow, how did he measure it?
So this is someone who is very meticulous.
Yeah. I don't know how he works.
So a kilometer from his
use
house.
a rounding up or anyway. So 1,000 meters exactly. Okay. Well,
I don't think it's about the pole though. It's about checking whether there is availability in
your area.
Yes.
So if they come, usually they come and do their survey and whatever they need to do to get it to your house. So don't worry about them coming and going. You are not paying anything.
You're not the engineer
so
doing
don't
the work,
go and measure the pole. I mean, let them do their job.
Seriously, let them do their job like you say. You can visit the website and then
they will come.
They'll come and sort you out. Okay, John Boy.
And I've had people, if those who had challenges, their refund of the money is also simple. I mean, it's not that difficult for you to get your money back. So don't be afraid that, when I do it and it doesn't come, then no, there's a policy that they follow. There's terms and conditions around whatever setup they're supposed to do. They don't take your money and lock it in.
Yeah.
If you have a challenge, maybe they come, your meter is too far away or your meter is full, if such thing happens, which is not likely. But if it does, that means that you are safe.
That's true. We have another message. This is from Nana Chris. He said, are you saying hotspotting other devices with your phone is not advisable? One of my phone is a hotspot for my 2 other phones. This is from Nakwesi. We are saying it's not advisable. Someone, please give him more.
You realize that
you have done
every time you are
before.
cooking your tie or wherever you put your phone, where you are carrying it, if it's your pocket, your chest is hot. If it's your trousers is always hot. Do you think it's healthy for you to be carrying the device around? No, it's not. So I wouldn't advise for you to have your phone on hotspot all the time. First of all, at a point you're actually killing your device.
Yeah.
Really, because overheating can hit the board or whatever components that are in. Over time, it will just destroy it.
I've experienced this actually just last week. Last week.
If your battery is not good, it can even explode.
So I was charging the phone. This was also the wrong thing for me to be doing. I was charging the phone and I was hotspotting at the same time. And I was using the phone.
You have 5 service number.
Can you? It became so hot, the phone just went off.
Oh!
It just went off. It decided not to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have to really check. And sometimes it's because of doom sort too, so we end up. But it is not advisable to use your phone for hotspotting on other devices. If you're saying you have one phone, unless, of course, you don't use that phone for anything else and you just use it for hotspots. But ideally, it would be good to have a dedicated internet service. Yeah. So a device for that. That's why we are talking about the fiber.
Remember what we spoke about the last time. If
Hello
this
there.
the fact that you have a phone dedicated to the internet doesn't mean it's going to give you the best speed.
It
is still the same limit when it comes to
exactly.
the network carriers using the radio bouncing around, blah, blah, blah. The fiber has its own advantage, which we spoke about the last time.
Yes.
It is fiberglass, which is sending the data so quickly.
Very fast.
That you are not having any form of traffic in your household or area. So if you're having a device and you get to a particular area, especially when you are driving along UPSA or Legon, you realize that even if you have the best of phones, your internet will start slowing down because the number of people in the area is piling up in terms of traffic on your device.
Okay. Now let's talk about what is economical for people to do. Is it good to be buying them in pieces, or it would be good to just go ahead like unlimited, like the way we're talking about it? Because these are not the only packages. They've now introduced the unlimited, so now they are pushing it, and then with the promo. Is it okay if there's another package, not necessarily unlimited, like for someone who doesn't really consume a lot of data? Should they be buying them in bits, or it would be good to just buy in huge quantities?
So let's picture this. You have a grandma in the house who is always watching TikTok, and a bundle is finished. Kojo, tobande mami. Kojo, tobande mami. So it's like every week they're buying a bundle. So with other people also in the same household, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just set up something that will put you at ease?
Yeah.
You know that you are paying monthly, you are taking care of everybody in the house can get access to it. Can watch as much TikTok as she wants, and you wouldn't be bothered.
That's true.
That actually helps save you your time and your money. So if you're someone who also consumes away from grandma yourself, you consume a lot of data. The only reason why you want data on your phone is when you're moving. That's why we call it mobile data.
Yes.
But if you're stationary and you're working at positions or points, you need something that is permanent that can get you access without interruption and then also save you money. Because if you buy, I started using a train. Is it $3.99?
$3.99, yes.
Yes, $3.99 bundle, and
mobile
I realized
data.
that yes, even before the month ends, I'm almost done with it because of the kind of work I
They
do.
use a lot of data.
Yes.
Because there's fiber broadband at home, I hardly use my mobile data.
You get it. So yeah, let me put myself in this position. I'm a tech person who likes consuming a lot of content, and I create content. I shared, like I'm always working on something online, sending files to someone. That means that for me, the best option is for me to be on a broadband.
Unlimited.
Because
too.
if I'm going to be hospital all the time with all the devices I mentioned in my household, and I want them connected, updated all the time. If I have a fridge and I connect to the same Wi-Fi, imagine all this thing will consume all the data I have within my device. That means I must get to a point where I'm consuming an unlimited source. I'm comfortable. I can connect to whoever I'm working with, whether it's a remote job, whether it's an interview, I'm sending a file up, applications or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm safe. And I don't need to worry about how much I'm buying.
That's
it's not like it's finished. I have to go and buy another one. I finish, I'm going to buy another. Do I have enough for my Momo? Then I have to get someone to send me Momo. Come on.
But I mean, in terms of money, it's even better for you to buy in large quantities, or instead of buying, say, 20 gig, you're better off buying like 100 gig because 20 gig, the amount involved compared to the 100
if you
gig.
do the multiplication.
Exactly, and you
see,
do the ratio and proportion.
That's when your differentiation and integration will start happening. All the maths you don't use.
Seriously, you are better off. So sometimes you need to even check, because the example of the 399 you're talking about, compared to someone who has been buying mobile data like peace,
you would think that he's okay.
But
I buy a cocoa, then one city, 3 city. If you combine all of them together at the end of
compared to what you get for buying a 399, you're better off
it's a
just
waste,
putting money together and then buying all at once. Exactly. So if it's about doing economics, then get a better save money by just buying in bulk. Yes, buying in bulk will rather help. I know we've spoken about the various packages and all that, but one of the things that I really enjoy about using the MTN Fibre broadband is their support, their customer support. Anytime there's any issue, the number is 116. Anytime you call, you have someone, like within 48 hours, you have someone just attending to you and then solving the problem for you. So, sometimes when it comes to getting some of these services, the after support is also very, very necessary, and they play a good role with that. Yeah. All right, this is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Tonight we've been having a conversation on tips for using fiber broadband, talking about the different plans that they have available. We have a message. Okay, but before we get to that, we'll share with you the quick tech fixes. We'll be right back after that.
I'm Michelle Ojukun, and I bring you some tech quick fixes and tips right here on Joy Geek Squad. Today, let's look at how to keep your phone running fast. A slow phone doesn't always need replacing, just proper care. 1. Restart your phone regularly. 2. Clear background apps. 3. Keep software updated. A fast phone feels brand new.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. I'm having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, the content creator for interesting digital trends, and we have been sharing with you some plans and tips when it comes to using the fiber broadband. We've been talking a lot about MTN fiber broadband because they have unlimited packages, and not only that, here in Ghana you can find them almost everywhere. They are fast, stable when it comes to their connection, and then you can connect multiple devices at once. The installation is free. They have flexible packages for every home, and you have to just consider it if it's not something that you already have at home. And just before the break, I spoke about their customer support service too. When you call them on the number 116, you have support on any issue at all. You want to understand anything, you can just call them. You give them your broadband number and you have someone who can just sort you out on that. I mean, looking at how we consume content from Netflix and chills, YouTube, sometimes learning online, the use of our AI tools and all that, it will be good to have a very stable internet to do this.
That's also true.
Yeah, you can't just be there and be doing things anyhow. We have a message, so we'll just go straight to that. This is from Emmanuel. It says, good evening, please. I live at South McCarthy Hill, but I'm told it can't work in our area. Okay, this one he'll have to check. Yes, so it'll be good to just call them and then just check with them.
Yes, they will advise on which options we should go with. If it's not available in your area, if it is, they will tell you what to do.
Exactly. I know they are really expanding, so just give them a call. You can visit their site.
Yes, 100, or visit the website. They have access to them.
Yes, the website is shop.mtn.com.gh. shop.mtn.com.gh. All right, we have another message. Good evening, guys. I'm honestly enjoying the conversation and the education you and your team are providing. However, I feel that because of the limited time allocated to the show, you are rushing through some of the most important points. Okay, also there are quite a lot of technical terms being used, making it a bit difficult. Okay, so we'll try and be explaining the terms for you. So we'll try and do that. I said, with all due respect, I would kindly appeal to you to bring this topic back for another session so you can explain it in greater details and in simpler terms. Many of us would really benefit from a deeper understanding of MTN's fiber broadband offer and internet usage in general. All right, thank you so much. We've been talking about this for some time now. In fact, almost every month now we try and dedicate time to talk about this, but your feedback is well noted. We'll try and be breaking it down as much as possible. We'll also be slow about it so that at least you can catch the things that we are sharing with you. Yes, and just in case you miss it, you can always visit any of our socials, our YouTube Joy 99.7 FM. You can just check it out. You have the conversation there, and even on Facebook as well, so that you can stop playback anything that you think that you missed. You can use that. You
can get your questions down so that we meet again. You can ask them.
Exactly. So let's just, you can watch the replay. If you have any questions, you can send them through. Get it ready for us. We'll be having more conversations about it by all means, and we will be addressing your issues. We have another message from Nana Kwesi. It says, my work is movement driven, so the fiber won't work for me. Is there an option from MTN to explore? This is Nana Kwesi. What do we have to tell him? I think he's the one who mentioned he has been using his phone for hotspot.
Okay, so we can look at nowadays they've even made portable routers where you can have a battery attached to it, and then it looks like the 4G routers. You have these batteries you can charge, and they call it UPS batteries, and then carry it along, which can also help you, save you when you're moving around, because the fiber is a stationary line, so with that you can actually have it moving. So you need to get that 4G router, and the battery will help you save your time if you are moving.
Yeah, I think it's good that he has brought this up. The conversation is mainly for stationary people,
Yes.
like you are in your
Yes.
home, or they even have for businesses as well. But
Offices, yeah.
our focus tonight has been on the home. So with your question, Anna Kwesi has indicated, yes, you can get in touch with MTN. They would by all means have something for you. There are other devices apart from the fiber broadband, the routers that they have. There are other
Yes.
devices, so you can just check on them. The different devices available, you can have that. It's better than using your phone for hotspots.
Yeah.
If you have the device dedicated for
Yeah.
internet, at least you can move around with that. You
Exactly.
can have a good package on that, and you can use that. Let's talk about some common mistakes just before we wrap up. Some common mistakes people make after installing their fiber broadband. Can we just touch on that?
Common mistakes people make when you try to tamper with the router to make it faster.
What do you mean by temporary? Like, what do people do?
Some people
that
feel
they're
like
not
they are
supposed to do?
geniuses. They see the cables and they be like, okay, if I connect it this way, the router will become faster. Don't touch the router. That is not your job.
It is not for you to do, actually.
No, do not do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So know the bandwidth at which you bought and make sure that they do the setup. You can do the test before they leave if you want to.
Yes.
So you
yes,
connect,
yes.
you go to
They
speed
actually
test.
do that themselves.
Yes.
Once they come set up,
Yes,
they
for,
make
but
sure that
for
they
your
do that.
own safety,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that helmet you want to wear to know that you're all safe. Just put yourself in a position where you test it out yourself. You can open speedtest.com or you can just Google speed test, and then you have different options. Fast.com and the rest will help you to identify the speed at which you are running. If you bought 150, you should be expecting around 150 or even beyond that sometimes. Yeah.
It's important. And I mean, that is why we've spoken about their customer support service number 116. If anything at all, give them a call so that you have the engineers come and work on it for you. And one good tip also is that you have an option to change your password. So once it is installed for you, try the IP address is usually behind the
guide you through
device.
the process,
Exactly.
yeah.
They can guide you through that process. Log on to it, you connect, you go onto the address, you can change your password so that
But don't change the router.
no. No, they don't have to change the router.
I don't want to tell you that, oh, have a router that's faster. Come and buy it.
No. Please make sure it is from MTN. Make sure you are working with MTN engineers. It's important. And the website is shop.mtn.com.gh. shop.mtn.com.gh.
The final one, don't pack things on top of the router.
That is true.
I know some household who will put the router in their DVD corner or the back of the table and they'll put
They'll
flour
put
on
books
top
and
and then, oh my God.
Don't try this at home.
Let it breathe. Don't put water next to it. It's not a flower. I mean,
Thank you so much, Samuel Boateng. A very big thank you to you, our listeners, for joining in the conversation tonight. We are so grateful. A very big thank you to my producer, Prince Safo, and the entire technical team. God willing, next week we will be back. Up next is news and then Kofi Hayford with Overdrive. Stay tuned.